Hi, I'm Sandy Babb. Welcome to my studio. Thought I would share a little haul video with you. You will very rarely see me do this. I'm at the stage in my art process where I really have what I need. And in the process of having to downsize my studio and move from a larger space to where I am now, I really honed in on only the things that I love, that I love to work with, and I mostly buy now to replenish things that are, that I need. Like, I do replenish glues and tapes, any adhesives. Mixed media paper and watercolor paper are two of my regular replenishing things. I really don't need anything, and I didn't really need this. These were just wants, and these are three different hauls that I had done back from November, December, and January. It's three little trips that I did, and some of these things are functional and useful, and then some of them I just wanted them for supplies. And someday I'll show you why I rarely buy anymore, as far as especially paper. I have what I call my Tower of Terror, and someday I'll do a Tower of Terror tour and we will look at all the paper. It's a lot. So anyway, last week I went to pick up a painting that my daughter had seen online, this vintage watercolor, and she said, I've been looking for some artwork for my bedroom, and she said, Mom, this is your watercolor. She was right. So I went to the store. It's a local vintage store. If you're in our area, it's called American Jane Vintage. Fabulous vintage stuff. Well, there's a store that's next door that I'd never been in. I'd passed it many times going through town, but I've never stopped. I really didn't know what kind of store it was, and I was waiting on the lady for the painting to get there to open her store, so I went in this other store while I was waiting. Dangerous. It's called the Go Store, and it's actually a non-profit that is run by a couple that were really into or they still are, the Operation Christmas Child, where you fill the shoe boxes up and they're sent off. Well, they started getting so many donations that they have actually opened this fabulous store. One half of the store is all new stuff that's been donated, brand new. And the other half of the store is all donations, say, that you would find at your normal thrift store, thrift type things. And so the day I went in there, I was being very careful and keeping myself on what I told myself was a spending freeze, and I ended up spending $12. And I only looked at their paper stuff. I didn't go beyond this one little square where they have all their paper products. That was all I looked at. I was like, don't go anywhere else in the store. Don't look at anything else. And so that was what I ended up getting. Now, this was very useful. This was $3. This is my largest purchase from there. And it's one of those vintage metal file organizer things. And this is going to help me keep some things organized. Projects I'm working on that I can file papers, and by project I have some printables that I'm working on that I just made copies of, and I still need to get that filmed. This is just going to be a kind of a project file that'll change from time to time. So I was really happy to get that because I always like to keep things organized. And then I found a thing of the Tombow Mono Aqua glue, never been used, never been opened, and it was 50 cents. So you have to get glue if it's 50 cents. I found a roll of paper. This is I guess you put in a cash register adding machine, something. Anyway, I love that it's one continuous long roll, and you could do some flips and folds and stuff with it. It was 25 cents. I got this thing of playing cards. Part of them, I got it because they were red and white for a project that I have in mind. And I'll be covering the other side, but I'll leave this side red and white. And then sometimes if you're doing washi tape or ribbon or something, when you're including it in a kit, you can wrap it around the cards. But this one, you know, I'm not sure about this. I'm going to have to test it because it feels like one side's slick and one side's not. Usually cards are all slick, but they were 25 cents. So, oh, they're magic. It's a magic marked deck. I had no idea. Okay. I have marked cards. I did not know that. Okay. These were some cardboard coasters, which I was thinking these might make neat pockets or tags or something. I haven't even looked at this stuff since I got it. I just kind of put everything in here. Those are cute with the children. I don't know if I would use those. Like, oh, birds. Now see, these I would not alter in the least. These would make, oh, they're double-sided too. Look how cute. Those would even make little book fronts. If you wanted to make some tiny books. Those are really pretty. A lot of them are birds. Cool. I didn't open, I mean, you know, I guess she would have let me open if I'd ask her. But oh my, I think they're all birds. Oh, this was like the best thing. You know, I love birds. Okay, I'm really happy with that. Okay, there's some patriotic ones. These were all, this whole bag was 25 cents. So, you know, those are going to be put to good use. The other ones the ones with the children and the other ones I would probably cover, but I'll probably use these kind of just as they are. I also found this ledger paper that can be dyed and used. It's just a brand new thing. It says $2, but she sold it to me for $1. So there was that paper. This was a book. It's a journal. And what I was drawn to it for were the papers, and especially because the paper's yellow. And this is, let's see if I can find it. This is, I did look at the spine. I don't know if you can tell. Let me come in some. If you can see, it's a sewn book. So that means I'm going to be able to clip the threads and get the papers out in signatures. So I thought that was pretty. Whoops. Here, let me go back, widen out a little bit. There we go. So I wasn't necessarily drawn to the imagery, although I do feel a connection with it because I do have Native American or First Nation, I don't know the proper terminology now, heritage. So but I was really drawn to this yellow paper. And so that was why I got that. And that book, all their hardback books are $1. All their paperback books are 50 cents. I got this huge stack of ledger paper that can be dyed. And what I liked about it is it was, you know, it's big enough that you can fold it over and have a good size piece, you know, for a signature. So I got that. And this was $1.50 for this stack. And then this was 10 cents. I'm not sure why it was only 10 cents. It's a Danielian, like a child's handwriting book. I always love paper. Now, I left a ton of this behind. There was a huge stack of this. And this is 15 sheets of vellum in these this variety of patterns. They're gray and white. And they were $1 a piece. And I wanted to grab the entire stack of vellum. And I thought, leave some for someone else, and I left it. So did not get those stack of vellum. I also found these two books. These I'm going to gift to someone. These were 50 cents. How to Draw and Paint Wildlife and Animal Textures. And so they're big, colorful books. And have a person in mind that I'm going to be gifting these to with some other little arty supplies that's getting in a drawing. So those were going to be gifted. And then I found this little 25-cent bundle of colored hemp strings in green and tan and brown. And I'm always looking for binding materials. And if you find it for 25 cents, you know, you got to get it. So that was one haul from last week. And then from before Christmas, I was at the Rusty Bucket, owned by Melinda and Larry Harden. They're amazing. If you're in our area, go by and see them. And I just got some smalls. I'm making some journals for my grandchildren. I wanted some fun little images and stuff to use in there. And Melinda had all her, like, children, like, toy game things and stuff. She was doing a sale for half price. And so I got these fun little cards. Let's come in so you can see them a little bit. But look at the cute little pictures on them. Aren't they adorable? They just had the most precious little graphics, and I thought those will be fun to use in a journal. Oh, my Chloe will love those. She loves cats. And so I thought that would be fun to use some of these little vintage cards for some of their stuff. And she had a couple different sets, so I haven't quite looked through all these. I'll kind of just slip the string off. Oh, I love these. Oh my goodness, look at that little brown mouse. I think I had a set of these cards when I was a little girl. These look very familiar. Yeah, the Slick Chick, I did. What game was this? Animal Rummy. I did have this game when I was little. And then there's another one. This is Old Maid. I've never seen this Old Maid before. It's really cute. Has all the different little people. There's a lot of different... That clown is kind of creepy. Just a lot of different... oh, I like the little... He looks like Huck Finn, doesn't he? Fanny Flint. Betty Bumps. Molly Moo. They've got funny... Oh, Dippy Dab. Oh, that is funny. Look at the artist. Love him. Okay. Salty Junk. That's an Old Maid set. And then I also got a set of the little flashcards that are concept flashcards that have the 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go through this. If this one has all the cards in it, I may actually give this one away. I need to look and see if all the number... Oh, I like the bird ones. These are really cute. I need to see if all the numbers are there. And because we have a little one that she's learning every day something new, and those might be good for her. I'll go through them and see what's in the pack before I use them. Then there was a couple of little books. This was Flowers for a Friend, and I thought this would be great journal embellishments. Look how pretty these are. They have little quotes about friendship. If you don't like I don't like this side, I would cover that side up and keep the pretty, the other side. But I thought they would make good little sentiments or just cards to stick in journals. Some of the pretty pictures. And oh, that one's pretty. Go back to that. Isn't that pretty? So I thought that would be a good little sentiment thing that you could stick in journals. And this one too, it's called A Pocketful of Poems. It's the Pocketful series, and this looks like it's from the 70s. I'm not sure. It is 1976. And I love the little simple stitchy looking graphics. Look at that. Aren't those cute? I love that for like a children type book, I just really like it. And it's also its own book, so I can get these out, to make them one little thing. But I thought that was, oh, a dandelion. A squirrel. They're so cute. A seashell. What's on that page? Get my thumb off the pictures. But anyway, that little book. And then there was just a Beatrix Potter, a little Beatrix Potter book. Just that would be fun for, I don't know, I have a love for Beatrix Potter, her stories, her personal story as an artist, and also just her art in itself. I love it. Such fond childhood memories of Beatrix Potter. So, and then I got these. These are so cool. They are Denison paper fasteners, and they are full. These are vintage, and they are actually full of these little fasteners. Aren't those cool? I don't know if you can see them very well. Try to just get one out and hold it. They're Brads. They're little, where's my camera? hold it in front of my finger. Can you see they're tiny brads? And there were 2 little tins of these, and they're both full. So those were, I felt necessary. I don't know why. Actually, they're from 2 different companies. This one is Denison, and this one is manufactured for, it just says New York. They're the same tin, but they're different names and designs. I didn't notice that, but that's really cute. Then on another trip, we were in a store, and I found these long-eyed needles. Man, talk about some good binding needles, some heavy needles. So I found these heavy needles, and this was like 50 cents. I'm very cheap when I buy stuff, y'all. I really don't spend much money. I also found this, which I was excited because I'm very low on this. This is beeswax. And I waxed twine. You can see that it says it was $6, but I bought it for $1. And you can rub your string on it. You can do, I could melt this and add some Daymar crystals and actually use it for beeswax collage, which I probably won't. I'll use this for waxing purposes like string and stuff. So I was excited to find beeswax for $1. Let me widen out just a little bit. This little thing here is a little wooden thing with all these colors of cards. And the cards are for every day of the year. They have a date on them. And I'm going to pull them off of here. Take this apart for a second. They had a couple of really big rings. They have quotes on them. Some of them have scriptures, just little encouraging thoughts. All different kinds of things. Here's like some little, I guess this is the front and the back. I didn't really notice that it had a front and a back because I've never flipped through that part. Yeah. It's called Mustard Seeds, and it has lots of, like I said, really nice quotes and encouraging thoughts and scriptures, and I thought these would be great journal cards. I can use the rings for binding. My husband's going to look at this little thing here. I'm even going to use this. If he can do exactly what I want to with this, this is going to become a very handy tool. Remains to be seen. He's going to look at it this weekend and see. The other thing I got, well, let's see. I got this paper. This big, huge amount of paper was $1. And, you know, if it's $1, how can you resist it? Because it was $1. And it is onion skin paper. It's crinkly. It sounds cool. I haven't tried dyeing this or anything to see if you can over dye that yellow. It's not showing up as yellow on the camera as it really is. It is super, maybe you can, if I hold it close, it's super yellow. But it's an entire huge thing. I have no idea how many sheets there is, but it was yellow and crinkly, and it was $1. So I had to get that. The only thing is that I'm going to have to share that because that is too much paper to store. This was something else I got, was a typing book. It's a Greg typing book, an old-fashioned typing book, like the kind I had in high school. I'm really not that old-fashioned, I don't think, but, you know. And my biggest find that I got was this. I'm so excited about this. This was my big ticket item. It was $14 with the book. I have been looking for a small manual typewriter forever and have not found one. And I found this one. It was $14. It is a Montgomery Ward, an old Monkey Ward Model 200. It is manual. It types like a dream. Every feature on this works. The ribbon was out. I found the replacement ribbon on eBay. And I think the replacement ribbon was like $7. But this is a little, it's small, it's portable. It's only about 12 by 12. It's about the size of a scrapbook piece of paper. It's like 12 by 12. If that, it might be a little bit smaller. Works like a dream. And I was so excited to get this. So that's kind of my haul. And you may not see a haul video from me for years because I just don't shop that much. But I did want to share some of my fun finds. And I love watching other people's haul videos. I like seeing what they get, and I'm thinking, why did they buy that? Because people are probably thinking that about me. Why did she buy that? But, you know, we each have our own quirks and tastes. So, hope you enjoyed that, and I'm looking forward to playing with some of this stuff and showing you what I'm going to do with it. So, I'll see you around the studio.